Hi. I'm not sure if this is true, but I have a weird feeling like every time I record a motherfucking video, I have a different hair color. As you may or may not know, I really like retro stuff, like from the 90s, 80s, 2000s. I know some people just aged rapidly when I call the 2000s retro. Yeah, better retro than vintage, right? Vintage makes it sound like something from the 40s, retro. As you can see, I really like bands from the 80s. I mean, if we count Nirvana as a band from the 80s, then we should count The Cure as a band from the 70s, but I do not care, because my favorite part of both of their discographies was released in the 80s, therefore both are bands from the 80s, even though they were more popular in the 90s and whatever, they released most of their music in the 90s. Who cares? Bleach is the only album that matters. Anyway, so I wanted to show you some of my stuff. So let's start CDs, because I love collecting CDs and I have a bunch of CDs. I mean, most of my CDs are modern. I opened the window. Yeah, so the majority of my CDs are modern, like post 2000, which is greatly annoying in some of them, especially with my Depeche Mode ones. It's on my nerves. This gets on my nerve. Some of them are from the 90s, but I have a few from the 80s, which is fun. Because like CDs became a thing in the 80s. So let me show you my original CDs from the 80s. I'm not sure about my Floodland, because like it says it was made in Germany, which makes me kind of doubt, but it's cool anyway. Like has the kind of case that they don't really use anymore. I mean, they do use it sometimes, but not often, which is cool. I'm guessing if it's not from like 89 or whatever Germany became one Germany, then it's like from the 90s, because I know it's not the version from 2006 or whatever they made a re-edition. So it's definitely before 2006. So I'm assuming either very late 80s. Like this came out in 87, but it can't be from 87 for obvious reasons, unless they just were like, who cares which Germany? Germany is Germany, man. Yeah, unless they did that. So I'm assuming 90s, probably. I thought my First and Last and Always was from the 80s, but I just looked at it and it says digitally mastered in 92. Fuck you. Here we have one of my only original Depeche Mode releases. I have two more, but those are the modern albums, I have Playing the Angel and Sons of the Universe in the original releases, but like that's from 2005 and 2000 whatever. Who cares about Sons of the Universe? It was cheap, that's what I got it. One of my least favorite Depeche Mode albums, to be honest. But yeah, this one is original. At least unless I misremembered, made in the USA. So I don't know. But it's either from the 80s, maybe it's from the 90s. I don't know. Assuming 80s, might be 90s. Definitely not the 2000s, because 2005 has the dreadful. I'll show you. Look. Here we have. I didn't expect that. Here we have lovely, original, or at least original-ish version, right, from the US of A. I don't know why it's from the USA. I got it in Poland, so whatever. Here's the fucking. I can't open it. Look at it. Obviously modern. Also, the booklet. The fucking booklet. Look at it. I don't care. Okay, I do care about this because finally song lyrics, but all of this, who cares? So much text. Who would read that? It's not the worst thing ever. Some albums are worse. But yeah, here I think we just have nice song lyrics. Yeah, baby. Look at this. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Now, The Cure. I know this one is from the 80s for sure. You know how I know? Made in W Germany. That means West Germany. Obviously. And like they couldn't make something in West Germany in the 90s, obviously. This one has the stupid thing explaining to you what a CD is. So I'm also assuming the 80s. I'm sure by the time the 90s came around, everybody knew what a CD was. So yeah. Do I have anything more that's like old? I don't think so. Okay, but I can show you a few from the 90s as well. Yeah. I decided to show you Vision Thing by the Sisters of Mercy because the Sisters of Mercy is my favorite band, and you can tell this is old because of how much the plastic inside is disintegrating. Why am I so bad at opening these cases? What the fuck? See? Oh, something fell out. One of these. I should maybe put it in like a new jewel case. I have some empty ones. But I have the clear ones, not the black ones. So, yeah. I mean, it has the old design of CD, which, yeah. And here I have Bleach, which still has price on it. And, yeah. This is not the original version. This is from 92, or like later, but the edition from 92, you know? It has some fucking sticker here, I don't know. And, you know, it says 89 here, but I can tell you this is from 92, because the edition from 89 and the edition from 92 have different track lists, so that's interesting. Yeah, if you didn't know that, now you know. I know that the American version and the British version were different, but which one is this? This is Germany. I don't know. It's neither American or British. Yeah, so this is what you have on Spotify basically, with Big Cheese and Downer. But I know in the British version, the original one, obviously in both versions you didn't have the last two songs. But I know that you had Big Cheese in the British version, but I don't remember which song it replaced. Yeah, Love Buzz was replaced by Big Cheese. I like both of these songs. I don't know which one I like more, but Love Buzz is a cover as far as I'm aware. So I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Yeah. We are straying for the music realm for a second, because I also have this thing from the 80s. It's a dictionary from 1984. Look how yellow it is. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Polish-Russian dictionary. Wow. So, oh, I knew that. I know a tiny sliver of Russian. I knew that train is pojest. It's easy. Wow. I can also tell you that, to murder someone is ubić. Makes sense, yeah. Wow. A lighter is a zажигалка. Zажигалка. Hell yeah. I got a new CD player recently because my last one decided that it decided to not be slightly broken anymore. It decided to be more broken, which made the only way of getting my CD back to be a screwdriver. So yeah, I got a new CD player, also a new cassette, new amp, because it's like a set. I mean, this one is separated. That one was like all in one. I I don't know if the cassette deck worked in the previous one because I don't have any cassettes, obviously. I mean, not obviously. I mean, as someone who collects vinyl and CDs and all shit, I mean, I guess it's more obvious that I would have some cassettes, but I don't. Uh, I don't know if this one works either. I know I have like a cassette adapter somewhere, but I don't know where I put it, so I can't check right now. Maybe I will find it. I don't know where I put it. Like I had it and now I don't have it. So yeah. Also, all the cassette adapters have like the flimsiest little cable, like yeah, like very cheap headphones, like whew, nah, even flimsier than that. Yeah. But I also got another CD player. This bad boy. I have it running on the list. Ooh. SLIPKNOT. I sometimes get it out immediately and sometimes I struggle. Okay, yeah. So I am running it on very suboptimal batteries. These are technically right, but not very good. They're not even rechargeable. I need to get some rechargeables. This came with rechargeables, but they were busted. They didn't work anymore. And I don't have any working rechargeable batteries at home. They're also busted. Because they're all right. But I had like a pack of AA batteries, so that's what I put in. I need to get some good ones, because this like only lasts 2 hours. So like 2 batteries for 2 hours? That's too much. Like that's so much usage. Also, the screen here. Screen here is not working very well. It's bad. It doesn't work. I thought the battery display, the part that shows the battery works, because it like technically works, but it just displays some nonsense. It doesn't display what it should display. But I am not so sure that's true anymore, because it shows you full battery and then it stops working, so I think that might be wrong. Or maybe I just don't understand how it's supposed to display the battery, because it's displaying some different shit, so I don't know. And yeah, obviously I have a vinyl collection. It's very small, because I started collecting vinyl way more recently than I started collecting CDs, and also they're more expensive. So let me show you my new ones, because I have new ones that I got for myself and old ones that I got from my dad, who got them from someone else. And they just were in the basement, and before that they were in like the TV cabinet. I don't know what it's called. Like the TV cabinet or the TV stand, I don't know what it's called. They were laying flat, like how you were not supposed to lay them. But they're fine, they're working, so who cares? Yeah. So I'll show you my collection first, and then I'll show you some old ones. Okay, I think that's all. Ooh, that's kind of thick. Ooh, heavy. I'll take them one by one, maybe, because I'll drop them. So let's start with Sekera. These two. These are live albums. I like how they're negatives of each other, so you can make a cool video when they kind of flicker, and it's cool. I mean, not if you have epilepsy, then maybe it's not so cool, but and also I have the normal, not live album. Yeah. And I have Soundgarden. You know, this is my problem with Soundgarden and also Sekera, that it has these kinds of sleeves, and I don't like these kinds of sleeves because of the hole, and because the paper is so paper thin. Wow, paper is paper thin. Who would have thought? It's kind of hard to put the record back in. Kill yourself. Ooh, don't fall on me. So I have Soundgarden, I have Sekera, I have Alice in Chains. Also, I have a second Soundgarden album, but I have it on CD, and I also have a second Alice in Chains album, but I also have it on CD. So, is this a not singles, that's not the word. Is it just one? No, there are two. There are two of you. Okay. Okay, there's two records in here. For some reason, they are just in this one sleeve. Which is silly, because most of the ones I have, there are two of them. At least the ones that I have, you know, this, it folds out. I can show you. Like this, let's get KMFDM. See, KMFDM, it folds out. Nice. Yeah. Also have water parks and some other ones, but I don't want to show you anymore. I got bored. Yeah, water parks, that's where that came from. Yeah, and I also have some old ones. I don't recognize most of the artists on here. I only know one of them, and that's ABBA. Yeah, see? This is fucking paper thin and falling apart. Oh, oh, the dust. Yeah. So, I think that's it. So, see you. Hopefully in the near future, not in a few months to a year.